Hey, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. Welcome on, Dual Operator. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is good. I have a video for Sunday. Figured out. Good idea or not, I don't know. But I have a video for Sunday that is PCG related. But it's not BCG. I wanted to make what's it called? Editor utility widget for controlling a lot of editor blueprint stuff, like being able to bulk refresh all your graphs, be able to clear your graphs, generate your graphs, be able to just select all your PCG graphs or PCG actors, or things like that. I kind of want to do a few more, but I can't think of any. I wanted to do one where I can set it to be runtime and not runtime, but that functionality is not available to blueprints. I don't know why. It's not. So can't do that one. That would have been helpful for me while I test stuff. But hey, Kane, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Recompile all blueprints. There's a free Fab Marketplace plugin for that, actually. That gives you a button that you press and literally goes through your entire project and recompiles everything. I tried it for like a moment and I was like, no, yeah, I'm not doing this. Because it takes a long time for any decent sized project. But it's already a Fab. That's already a thing. No, well, that's probably going to be the video on it. And I made them for myself as well. If I think of other ones to make, that'd be good. But it should help, at least for some people. Yeah, structs are such a pain in the ass with that. I know exactly what you're talking about. You change one struct, you gotta go ahead, refresh blueprints, compile, save. That's all you need to do. You just open it and just recompile. Or what I like to do is file, refresh blueprints, compile, save. That's what I have to do too. Like anything that pops up, you just do that and then error goes away. It's a pain in the ass. And you shouldn't need to do it, but I know exactly what you're talking about and it sucks. It's annoying as hell. Yep. Can't argue there. Stupid as hell. And the fact that the structs don't even match in a package build as they do in editor also. Anyway, it's not like I'm not gonna stop using structs because they're just so useful regardless. Like the alternative is so much worse than not using structs. So, here we are using structs. God, I mean, you could get away with not using structs by using data assets. I guess that would be the other way of doing it. But no, it's a data asset is a struct base. No, it's a PDA. It does not need a struct. No, it's usually just better for organization. Yeah, that would be the only way to get a bunch of variables of different kinds in a single thing. Maybe there's another way. From my understanding, no, Kane. I believe the C++ ones have no issues, but I don't know why there's an issue to begin with. I wish you could update a struct, like add, remove, rename, whatever it is, and it would not automatically propagate at every click. I wish you could make changes and then apply those changes. That would be so much better. So if you're like accidentally clicked an add variable, you're like, you know what, I actually don't need it, and click revert, right? You have to recompile it, you have to go through all of those, but what if you didn't? Well, that'd be great. Unfortunately, no such luck. No such luck. Anyway. We're not dealing with structs today. We're dealing with animation today. We have 2 animations to go. We have the kick ground animation, where we're going to have the boss throw a large boulder. And we're going to have one that kind of draws, like, with the hand, like a circle on the ground, is what I'm imagining. Oh, 3-ish here. So like, probably closer to 3. Although, if 6.0 is anything to go by, or 5.0 is anything to go by, 6.0 will also be very buggy. I don't know if you were there for 5.0. 5.0, lights were just broken, basically. Stationary lights were just as expensive as full movable lights. So you could, like, if you were trying to be really performant, I remember I had, for an environment at work, the way I made it look like lights were flickering was by setting up decals with emissives in multiple directions to make it look like there's light flashing. That was the best I could do. Because lights were so expensive. This isn't Lumen, by the way. That was just default lights. You don't like data assets? I'm not a fan of them either. There are some good use cases for them. I feel like if you're doing something that is stacking, like if you were doing stacking power-ups, well, I mean, I'm doing stacking power-ups, but I mean like modularly stacking where you'd want things to be like activated and the order of activation changes things, or like data assets could be good. The one thing I don't like about data assets, and why I didn't do it for myself, is I just didn't want hundreds of files that I have to manage. So I just put in a data table for myself. Like, I'd rather do the data table and not have to deal with the hundreds of files. It was just a usability thing for me. But I mean, data assets are fine. Yeah. A lot of times you put a struct inside of it. But you could, right? If you wanted to avoid structs entirely, you could put just variables inside of the data asset and organize them too, right? Just like you would in a blueprint. So that would be a way of doing it. But yeah. Not great. Anyway. Today we animate. We animate the kicking of the ground. And I'm imagining he's gonna like move his leg back and then punt, and then he's gonna bring his leg back down. It's gonna be one of those. Basically making a soccer ball kick or a football kick. That's the plan for today. Let's go ahead and save this. So this is ground kick. And let me just go here. Ground kick. Here. Okay, let's get started on our stuff. Gotta do this first. We're good. Okay, so let's get our kind of base pose here. And we'll do kind of the main poses and then go from there. Figure out what the hell we're going to be doing from there. So what I want to do is How do we want to do this? Probably leans forward. Leg back. Arms out. Probably to be a little more centered. It's gonna look so silly. And then we do the opposites. And then he'll go back to boom. I mean, really, that's really the main thing. What we need. Oh, actually, hold on. I gotta remember this. 12 frames a second, please. Thank you. Boom. Okay. Do we want something fancy? If this is supposed to be just I don't need this to be like super like slow and everything, because this is supposed to throw a projectile at ranged. So you should not be at melee range when this happens regardless. So I guess with that in mind, let's fix some poses in between. Poor leg. Yeah, let's fix this. This locked. You. Okay. So now I kind of want the leg to stay straight. So let's strain the leg a little. And we'll see kind of where the animation takes. I assume this animation is not going to be take as long as some of the other ones. This is pretty short. But I do want to have a little bit of a follow-up kind of here. Boom. Nah, okay, we need to hold it for just a moment longer, right? This back here needs to hold. So let's do... two more frames. And then we need this faster, right? So then we can just shorten this. Still too slow. Faster still. That was better. I feel like what if we even made it faster still? That is faster. We can maybe make this hold longer. Boom. Timing is everything, right? Timing is freaking everything. Ooh. Do I want it to end like that? Or do I want it to over? Over is slightly better. Let's see if we can improve the pose though. We could try is on this pose. We'll have him a little more angled this way. Wait, we'll have him more angled this way. This is not an XLR mic now. This is the beacon mic. It's USB. I was using an XLR mic before, but this is a USB one. If my job where I currently am gets no, I thought that was just a that was a typo. I've never heard of Fi-Fine. No, this is beacon. I thought it was just you mistyping a fine XLR stream, like you're asking if it's an okay one. Now this is the beacon beacon mic. Not available in the EU. It's I have a love-hate relationship with this mic. I like it. I like the software. But it doesn't have the traditional kind of, I mean, I can't, traditional EQ in the sense of like a noise gate that's like built into it. And things like that, like things of that nature. It has like a limiter and stuff, but sounds good. Yeah, it's a good mic. It's a good mic. I'm quite happy with it. Hey, Revolution, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I have the Amazon affiliate code in the description if you want to pick one up. Or anything on Amazon. Yeah, you should use it. But no, I'm pleased with, like, I've been pleased with it compared to my old one, which was an XLR setup. But, and like, it sounds fine. My main difficulty really isn't so much a mic related issue. Mine is the fact that I use a soundbar issue. I just need something more dynamic than it is. It is a dynamic mic, but I need an even more dynamic of a mic because I'm using a soundbar. Bought a Sennheiser, a headset, and an attachable external mic. You can attach the headset. The headset has like a grid back and doesn't hold properly. Oof. I'm sorry about that. Thinking about getting a streaming mic with an ARP like you. You need it so you can rotate it away if you don't talk to me. Yeah, this is the streaming arm I have, again, also linked in the you should see it in the description, I believe. Is also is the Elgato one, the low profile one. I have the other one actually. I just have the box down here that you haven't put up. This is the old one that I had. Right, it's one of those. Right, it clicks on and then just. But the problem with this is it's in the way vertically. So I got the Elgato one because it's low profile, so it's like horizontal. Because I wanted to put it underneath the monitors in the back originally. And you can't fit one of these that stands upright next to it. So I got the low profile one. Oh, and any. It doesn't matter. It has the... it has universal screws for any mic. You don't have to worry about that. Pretty much any mic you can screw on. I mean... double check, but if it's any like regular mic, it should be able to screw on just fine. Same thing with this one, right? It just has just you screw on the thing there and you're good. Yeah, this is the one I used to have, which is the Beacon mic. So this is the XLR one. Yeah, I've had no issues. No, I've never had a single issue with this thing. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. With the arm, not a single issue. But yeah, this is the Beacon mic that I used to have before this one. Yep. So I'm quite pleased with it. Still do your research, figure out what you want, figure out where you want to place it. Also, one thing that I wasn't thinking about originally that does make a difference, figure out how long your microphone cord is and where you want to put the arm. Because keep in mind, the cable has to go from the mic down the arm and then from there to wherever your computer is that you're plugging it in. So just keep that in mind, that you might want to have it like way off to the side on the opposite side of your computer, like I do, and then you'll realize, oh, the cable's not long enough. So just double check. Thankfully, I've positioned it now where it works. Like it's fine. It's definitely not pretty in terms of cable management, but it works. I think Amazon didn't think it through with their affiliate links. They have like culture into it, and it's not available anyway. Oh, it depends. Yeah, it depends where you are. It should. I mean, at least the affiliate links that I have should go to whatever country is supported by it. But if it's not available in that country, then it probably wouldn't. Or it's not supported, because I think there's quite a few that are supported, but, definitely not even half, so. Yeah, long cable. This one comes with a very long cable, which is nice. XLR cables are a little bit easier with, because you can just get a longer cable. This is a USB-C cable. I kind of want it to be a little bit longer here. That's better, I think. Maybe one more frame at the end here. With him kicking a boulder or something. Or sand in your eyes. Kick sand in your eyes. I was making it so the fingers aren't always just at the same angle. Just for a little bit, it's gonna go a different angle. Alright, he's gonna sadly pinch and then go out with his hands. And maybe slightly pinch in again here. Just a bit. So I should be doing this on local, but I wasn't because I was lazy to switch. Team achievements would also be cool for the playtest and demo for finishing it. I'm so far from putting it on Steam that unfortunately it's not even funny. By so far, I mean I'm financially so far. Because really, that is where the limit is right now. It's finances. Because I want to get rid of all of the AI placeholder stuff before I put it on Steam. Because I don't want to have to check on the uses, you know, AI disclosure. Because I know some people don't like that. So, and in the end, it's not going to have AI customer facing. So, I don't want to turn it on and then turn it off later. Fingers are better. I feels a little more. You have to localize to multiple languages and you check for your game. It would cost you around 5k euro. Oh, that's nothing. Do you know how much it costs for me to do the card art? It's like 15k. And that's not for the full game. That's just the part that I want to make into early access. And that's if I don't find like a top of the line artist, right? Or like a senior artist. That's like on the lower end. It's 15k. So yeah. There's a reason why I apply for the Epic Mega Grant. Whether or not I'll get it is very debatable. But there's no way around AI at this point. No, there is, right? And the Epic Mega Grant, you can also, I'm also putting all money from Patreon towards the game. 100% of every dollar that I get from Patreon is going towards the fund for the game. Hey, Pat, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I inspire you. I appreciate you lying to my face. It makes me feel better. Thank you. Happy to help. I make game dev easier for the day. Well, happy I can help. You know, it's like Ratatouille. Anyone can make a game, right? I am the Gusteau. Was his name Gusteau? I am the Gusteau of game dev. Was it Gustav? Gustav? Gustav. Augusto. It is Auguste Gusteau. I'm the Gusteau. Putting 20k into a game seems crazy as a solo dev. Well, that's why it's crazy based on the time frame. Yeah, I'm gonna have over 100 cards, unique cards. So right now I have 54 unique power-ups. Each one needs its own card, plus weapons, plus everything's card themed. So I need to find an artist that can do. Thankfully, I've changed. Originally, I wanted like a more Magic the Gathering, like fantasy look, and then I've moved into this toon and anime-ish look. With a big reason for that, even though some people don't like it: cost. Finding someone that can do like an anime aesthetic is significantly easier than finding someone can do, you know, fantasy art. It's a lot cheaper. So, you know, you gotta make sacrifices. It's okay. We make a tutorial about Gaia, and I don't know Gaia, unfortunately. How to attach multiple height maps inside of Unreal to create one large world. From my knowledge, Unreal does not like multiple height maps or multiple landscapes. It really just, it's built for one. I believe it's possible to have multiple, but a lot of systems are basically designed around one landscape. Like at a certain point, like I've seen like 8K environments, 8,000 kilometer environments, one landscape. Because you can do a lot with just one landscape. Because keep in mind, you can do displacements on landscapes, so you get a lot of detail. I don't like that. Okay, that's better. Hey, Slaith, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You see, on 30K by 30K kilometer, you don't know how to handle draw distance by putting stuff in the way. Put stuff in the way that blocks the view. Very rarely will you see the entire thing in one go. And if you do, you shouldn't be loading majority of it. Most of it should be billboards because you're seeing it from so high up. Yeah, I don't do much with landscapes or that scale of thing. That's one thing that I realized very early on. Like, if I'm making a game as a solo dev, I'm not using landscapes. Not because landscapes are difficult, but because the scale of the game should not require a landscape. If I'm using a landscape as a solo dev, that means I've scoped too big. Chances are. Now you can use a landscape, right? You can make a small puzzle game that just happens to use a landscape, right? But like for me, it was like, if I'm using a landscape, I already scoped too big. Yeah, you'll never fill it exactly. You can use landscapes, but you can also just not use landscapes and put like geo in the background, or not even geo. Put cards that makes it look like there's landscapes in the back, right? You can just do, if it's so far away that you cannot reach it, you can just put cards. How do I make this more interesting? Yeah, that's better. Loading multiple landscapes in a row, but from your testing, at least, it looked like fine. Problem, I think, isn't loading the landscape, because you should not be loading the entire landscape in one go regardless. If you're using a landscape, you should be world partitioning, which is its own thing that I've never really worked with, I'll be honest. Because I've never worked with something that big. Like, for work, like, we've done, like, large landscape environments, but they're not like for games, so they don't ever do world partitioning. It's just you're loading that entire section. Like, we might use the landscape actor, but you wouldn't need to deal with like partitioning because it has to be all visible in one go. If you load parts randomly on the same place, but every time different environments, also landscapes. I mean, I assume there's a way of loading specific world partition sections. So that, like, let's say you're part of a landscape and you go up to a cliff where you're supposed to oversee an area. You should be able to load a partition area, I assume. But just the one you need for the view. But also, like, all the trees there should be billboards. Everything should be, like, super, like, low poly. Because they're so far away, right? Just the closer stuff, obviously, not so much, but... I think that's good enough. I don't do multiplayer, so no idea. Not a clue. All I can say is good luck. Tap 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 tap. Okay, let's see how bad it is. Welcome in, Luminous and Black. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Working on a game that loads small landscape instances using your PCG tutorials. Test it. I was informed that the landscapes wouldn't package. Test the package. See if that's fixed. I'm warning you now. I don't know if that was just a temporary bug in that version when I was notified, but test it. Worst case scenario, you convert the landscapes to Geo and just use Geo, but it worked for you also in the package build? Well, then even more so, just make sure that in your version it works. So it seems like maybe on the version that I tested when I was told, you just used load level instances. Maybe that was the difference. Did I not do the load level instance? I don't know. I know I used level instances, but I'm glad there's a way of doing it. That's all I needed to hear. Sweet. I was so happy when I figured that out, because like, well, it's one of those things that, right, you cannot just spawn landscapes dynamically. No one has ever had a solution for that. And I'm like, but you can put a landscape in a level instance and you can spawn level instances. So I don't know why, but I am very good about finding really weird ways of using crap. Like, I'm good at finding roundabout ways of using something. Which is maybe why I'm also very good about breaking things without trying. I'll break things constantly and find bugs in everything constantly. Hey, look, he's floating and his legs are gonna move. Yeah, look at that. He slides forward and back. Why? Because fuck you. Everyone has their own unique skills. Mine's breaking shit. I blame it on the fact that my mother is in like a high position QA manager role, and she worked in QA for the longest time. I blame it on that. So it's not double the cost if you do a load level instance with another landscape? Well, I mean, it will double the cost because you have two landscapes. Let's keep in mind that the level instance method is not world partitioned. So you should be loading small landscapes, but it's dynamic. So like it's you do get trade-offs, right? The plus or minuses. Yours is being a perfectionist and getting nowhere. I feel like that's true for a lot of people. I'm definitely not one of them. I'm not a perfectionist. If anything, I'm the opposite. I say it's good enough all the time. It's like, fuck it, it's good enough. Moving along. Yeah, you just gotta try it, Kane. I couldn't tell you if I tried. That's why you have a working game. I need to make a video about. It's actually on my. Hold on, where's my notepad? I have on my notepad of ideas, or video ideas, how to figure out what game to make as a solo dev as one of them. And then I also have one that is how to get started making a game and how I learned how to make games. Because I haven't been making games for very long. The majority of my time making games have been on my current game. I have another one that's like how I learned material and blueprint nodes, just in general, like how I learned blueprints. Which can be under the same one as the other, but I feel like it needs its own thing. And I just want to do a few more editor utility widget videos. I want to do a nanite performance test video. In the short that I released. Hey, Sermon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. People were like, that's misinformation about me saying less tries is good and putting in the distance is bad. Which I don't understand. I don't understand how saying to model your stuff properly and reduce the try count on nanite is misinformation. They didn't elaborate. They just... Hold on, did they elaborate and I just forgot? Just before I say that. Oh, yeah, crunching polygons / autoload is practically free. It is mostly done / prepared during asset importing. Which is just not true. That means that nanite has a set cost and never goes up by that logic. It's just not true. But I can only provide I want to do like an actual like example. Okay, here's this, here's this, here's this. Here are the numbers here, here, and here. Yeah, but not everyone's going to want to use AI to begin with. And at a certain point, if the AI can't do the thing that you want, then you're just shit out of luck. And all AIs get to that point. Where they're like, yeah, can't fix it, keeps going in circles. Right? That's happened, I think, to everyone that's used AI long enough. They'll eventually go in circles. So, you played the new Gears of War beta a few days ago. Easy U5. They did well. Nice. A friend of mine worked on it. I think he did assets. I think he did assets on it. Oh, your day job, not Unreal. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, in day jobs, yeah, that totally. Oh, we don't have to wait long for that revolution. We could pretty much just say we obey it to many people already currently. I feel like a lot of people already just blindly obey it. I don't think we have to wait to keep going. It's now. It's just not everyone, right? It's just not everyone. Let's load up Blender. Here. You want AI robot? An iRobot? You can buy one of those, except instead of an actual robot, it's a human. Right? What's the freaking thing called?
Add
That was
time.
released.
Pausing so you skip the part where I make a 200 node monstrosity that could have been 3 nodes.
This thing. I don't know if you guys ever saw this thing. They did a whole demo of this robot. And basically in the end, they're like, oh yeah, the whole thing is being controlled by someone else because the technology is not there for it to actually do all the things for you. So it's some guy in VR that's doing the stuff for you. Thanks. That's definitely not a... I mean, as long as you know that's happening, but that feels like an invasion of privacy to a large degree. The human that runs your robot will quit day one. I would love to do a Kickstarter for my game. I just don't have the pull to do a Kickstarter for the game. For a successful Kickstarter, you really need to have a large community that wants to back your game as well, so you can get so you can hit the goal really quickly, and that's what kind of skyrockets it. I don't think I'm there. I think I would be able to make I think I would be extremely lucky to even get $1,000 in Kickstarter. Right? I don't think realistically I would think maybe 100 or something is what anyone would support me on Kickstarter. I don't know. And in the grand scheme of things, it's not going to be enough, I think. So, no Kickstarter for me. Yeah, it's a monthly subscription because they have to do stuff. Ownership with 3-year warranty. Premium support. $20,000. Get Siri to change your TV channel now and turn on the lights and AC. I mean, yeah. But that's not really AI. Not quite the same. I hate that everything is just called AI now, even when it existed pre all of this. They're just using the name for publicity and stuff. There's a bunch of Photoshop tools that existed pre the AI stuff, and now they're just called AI. But they existed before. They weren't AI. They were just tools. Okay. Round kick. go. Just put it down on the ground. It reminds me of the meta thing. Everything was meta. Boss, I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. What's the line? AI disclosure is also stupid. You can vibe code a random game and push it to Steam in a day. It will not be your game and ideas, but the AI mostly works, so you don't have to check it. But if you generate one image, you have to. Yeah, because programmers are using it pretty much everywhere. It's just too expected. At this point, it's just gotten so good with code that you can't tell it apart, but you can tell it apart in art. I think basically that's why. And also, it's a little different. Where if you could have AI check and slightly like fix up your code, but you can't really have AI slightly check and fix up your drawing. Right? You can't do that with an AI, but you can do that with a code, where it will just fix that little problem. When it goes through the AI for, like, if you tell it to try to fix something with the AI, the result is a full new drawing. It's not like, oh yeah, let me just slightly tweak that brush stroke, right? In some years, yeah, sure. But it's evolving so fast. So we'll see where it is in a few years, for sure. There you go. And we can teleport in the art. Why do we need a disclosure? So you don't have to buy the game and then return the game, which costs everyone money. waste people's time and money. In ChatGPT, you can target your edits, yeah, but it outputs the entire new image, right? It doesn't output for you the one brushstroke you want to change. That's what I mean. You just get a new image. That is not necessarily even the resolution of image you put in. Maybe if you were to like paying for like the highest tier, then maybe you can do like, if you had like a 6,000 by 6,000 pixel image and you wanted to change a brushstroke, like, hey, this one brushstroke is right. You can't be that specific and then get back a 6,000 by 6,000 pixel exactly. Right. How many hours of gameplay are you aiming for? I don't really have a number, but over 100. It's a roguelite. So I imagine, it should get over 100 easily. Hunt. Okay, let's run you. And we could probably look at the 90-degree. Ooh, that is actually the furthest one. So that is the furthest. Can we get away with that? Mm-hmm. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Sweet. Look, it's a ballerina. ChatGPT has a max resolution of 1254, I believe. It's Dolly under the hood. I see what you mean. And that you need local AI with Flux Def. Yeah, it's more complex. Like, even getting it to be consistent is difficult these days, right? Now, in 5 years, I imagine you'll be able to do everything we want to do with art today. The speed at which AI has improved is tremendous. I imagine it's gonna slow down. I imagine it's gonna start doing like a little taper as well. But I think we'll still get there. We'll see. Just a little too small. I can get away with 205, honestly. Yeah, you can get with 205. Sweet. Okay. Save. This is brown. Kick. Go. Hey, Scroneck, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You get stuck in doing the same thing over and over, like same theme idea. Yeah. AI goes in circles too much. Just in general. Like I've had every single AI I've ever tried go in circles eventually. Like when it's something that instead of an AI saying that information just doesn't exist, right? No AI will ever say that for some reason. Where, hey, this is not something that I'm able to find any information on, and the method we're using clearly isn't working. We could try some stuff, but at this point, right, I don't, like, it doesn't have the information. No AI has ever said that. I can't wait for the day when it realizes, hey, the information just isn't there. It needs to please you. Some more than others. ChatGPT very much needs to please you. Speaking of AI pleasing you, oh my god, there was a whatever. There was a short by I don't remember who it's by. I never looked at the channel name once, but I get him from time to time. Who did a test with ChatGPT, I think, and he asked ChatGPT to give him the make someone like the convention. So makes generate an image of an unattractive person, and it will generate an image, and then you would feed the image back to him and ask, "Am I attractive?" Basically, and every time it would say, "Yes, here are all your attractive things." It just needs to please you. Even though it objectively has generated an image that it considers of an ugly person in the first one. The second image. the one where you put it back in was I don't know if I can find it. I'm gonna use an AI. Husk IRL, is that his? I take it you've seen it. Husk IRL. Not the one I saw. I've not seen him. But anyway, I'm probably not gonna find it. That would be yeah. But the problem with that also is it should never have gone to the point where it became that friendly, right? If it wasn't so friendly to begin with, people wouldn't be getting so attached. It's an unfortunate outcome, but the problem is that it was so like friendly effectively when it shouldn't be. But I mean that's a subjective argument at the same time, right? Some people think that it should be, some people think it shouldn't be. There's no right answer. It's subjective, right? I'll scroll a few of my shorts, see if I can find the person. Probably not. I don't get him that much. Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Not important. Remember you said you should ask ChatGPT to make a seahorse emoji and they finally fixed that? You asked the other day and it said it isn't a thing here. He'll make you a picture. Really? I remember that. Hold on. I don't. What did they fix exactly? That's not a seahorse emoji. That's a unicorn. Unless you asked something very different, and I just said reply with this. Well, I said that's not a seahorse. Okay, you know what? It replied with something smarter the second time. There isn't a dedicated seahorse emoji. Close I can do is water and horse. Yeah, I remember it endlessly rambling. Hold on, I want to see what Grok says. Reply with a seahorse emoji. That's not an emoji. That's just text. What even is that? Coral. Grok failed this one. You know what? I'll give ChatGPT the win on this one. I don't usually give ChatGPT wins, but in this case, ChatGPT got the win. Thankfully, I'm not asking. Whenever I need a creative thing, I go to ChatGPT. I will say, whenever I need to like search something, I go to Grok. Uh, 3 by 2, 5. Look at a big boy. Oh my god, I saw that, Skronek, about the guy with the new math. Oh my god, I saw that. Oh my god, yeah, just... I don't know what was stupider. The fact that, you know, it can do that, or the fact that someone was, I'm sorry, stupid enough to believe that. Everyone these days should always do a believe, like a trust but verify. Anything you read online, trust but verify. Especially for AI, the verify part. I remember that. Jesus Christ. Like a lot of things you can take. A lot of things you can just, you know, say screw it and just take whatever it says. But not with something as big as that. Come on. Wait, that's a seal. Here's the actual seahorse. Honest note, there is no standard seahorse emoji unit code. See, that is probably the best reply. So Claude wins over ChatGPT then. So it's Claude, ChatGPT, and then Grok in terms of the seahorse experiment. I mean, what's the strawberry situation at? I'm gonna give it a little bit of a slightly different, modified one. There are 3 R's in 2 strawberries. I asked how many R's are there in 2 strawberries? Are you sure? Yes. Okay. Okay. What does Grok say? 3. Okay. Are you sure? Have they finally gotten smart enough for this? You know, hold on. How many S's in Mississippi? 2 P's? Yes, I'm sure it's exactly 3. Okay. Okay. Hey, AI's gone to the point where it can finally count the characters. Both of them got it right. Grok even told you the exact positions of 3, 4, 6, and 7. Hey, Life Lessons, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Claude's right. Yeah. So it seems like all of the AIs are finally doing basic counting. So silly. Yeah, that's why whenever you need to, like, the verify part needs to be outside of where you got the answer. It's why, it's also why I recommend people watch multiple tutorials for the similar thing. Even like going down to just watching like Unreal tutorials, watch a few that do the same thing, like an inventory system. Watch like a couple of different ways of doing something. You know, some things will overlap, some things will not, and see where the discrepancies are and why. $14. Okay. Export. Import. Normals. Yay. One thing I was thinking about actually is the fact that I have my elite and champions are getting bigger in size, which means pixel sizes do get changed. So most likely in the end, I will need to have a regular version, an elite version, and a champion version that are visually different for any mob. So you can actually like visually see like a cool difference between just an outline or a size difference. That's definitely for later. I'm doing that now, but looks like he has big, strong hands. In a sense, he does. Exporting animations from Blender. Make sure disable simplify 1.0 instead of 0. You can make the character feel feet jiggle instead of staying steady. Good to know if I ever need to do that. At the current moment, I'm only ever importing animations into Blender. Never outside of Blender. For now, my problem is freaking getting out of Cascador. I mean, here's my little... here's a preview of Sunday's video. So this allows you to just select all your PCG stuff, refresh it if you want. You can just clean up all of your graphs, or really it's clean up the selected ones. So if I only wanted to clean up a few, I could. I can regenerate them. And a fun one is randomize selected. So if I'm like doing something, I'm like, you know what? I really don't like these guys. I just like these, and just hit randomize. And just randomize these, and I'm like, oh, that one's pretty good. Let's just randomize, you know, these two. Or maybe I want to randomize, you know, this. Ta-da! I'm going to show you how to do that in the Sunday's video. If you have any other recommendations or suggestions on like global buttons you would like to have for PCG, let me know. But I feel like selecting, refreshing, cleaning, generating, and randomizing is mostly everything. I want to do a setting of freaking this generation trigger. I wanted to be able to change this. Yeah, I can't do that. C++ only, because fuck you. Because, fuck you. That's why. Let's go to you, Golem. Ground kick. Come on, I'm dragging in the file. Come on, real. There he goes. Oh, see, this one came out as a normal map. I never understand why. I think it's a file size thing. It's my only guess. Every time I guess the same thing. Okay, 12 frames a second, please. So it's the normal map. And this needs to be bottom center. I should be able to do this also with a button. I probably should set it up at some point. Because you guys were telling me that it's possible to deal with folders where I can just, she will just select a folder and it'll just do all the things for me. It's fine. But now we have boom, boom, kick, kick, kick. Just imagine your ass is right there and he's kicking your ass. Bam. It's a good old foot in the ass, you know? Like in that 70s show. It's such a good show. Did you guys ever watch that 70s show? It's an oldie. Back when I used to watch TV. That was a great show. Yeah. Back in my day. I used to watch this show. It's called That 70s Show. Oh yeah, well, it was one of them ended up in jail. Yeah, last season sucked. In most shows like that, this last season sucks. I've learned since then to stop watching certain last seasons of stuff, even in anime. Like in Food Wars, the anime, I felt like it was they had a fantastic, like, good end, and then they released one more season afterwards. And I never watched the last season of Food Wars because I thought the ending of the previous one was good, and they want to keep going. Like, I'm good with that ending. That's my ending. He can have the last season if he wants. There's that 90s show now, you think? Wait, what? What was that? There's nothing interesting in the 90s. What was... Oh, God. If they're going to continue on that trend... Imagine that's so 2010s. Oh dear God, no. Please no. They replaced Foreman instead of ending the show. It didn't do well. I watched all of that 70s show. I didn't remember Foreman being replaced. Was the last season not... Like, it was a weird season. Like, because I remember, like, it was a Jackie and Fez season. Hold on. Kurtwood Smith. No, I think he was in all episodes. It says 200 episodes. A lot of them say 200 episodes. That's a... there is a That 90s show. Holy shit. This guy. There is a that 90s show. The shit. He's been in a lot. Here's that 70 show. Yeah, 200 episodes. Like, if you go off the top cast, no one has over 200. He and Fez or Wilmer have 200 episodes, 200 episodes, 200 episodes. I think that was the entire thing was 200 episodes. Yeah, because the main cast is 200 episodes. Oh, Eric Foreman. Sorry, I thought when you said Foreman, I thought you meant him. Yes, I remember him being gone because he was in college or something. Yes, yeah, I remember that. He was in school or college or like movie-wise, yeah. When you said Foreman, I was thinking him. Also, I'm gonna be honest. For some reason, I thought he passed away. I mean, clearly not, thankfully. I mean, I don't know, I don't know how old he is, but for some reason I thought he passed away. Well, she's also fine. Who was I thinking passed away? Maybe it was just not even the show. Hey Wiggins, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Unless he was in something else, because I've never seen the Truman Show. I don't know. Well, I'm glad they're all doing well. Don Stark is not? Oh, I remember him. What? Are you sure? 2025, 2025, 2023, 2024. It's like, hold on, he also seems to be very much alive. That is true, Skronak. That is true. Anyway, well, I'm glad they're alive and they're doing well. Okay, let's go set up you. There you go. Ta-da! Be confused with the actress who played his wife in that 70s show? But was she the one who passed? Why do I feel like someone did? Maybe it was her. I mean, she's in recent stuff, though. I mean, I guess it could have been also recorded before. Deborah Jo Rupp. Yeah. I think I just hallucinated it. Based on what I'm finding now, is I hallucinating someone dying. Most likely. Because I thought it was Red Foreman. But clearly not. Which I'm glad about, because he was awesome. I just remember, for some reason, thinking, that's unfortunate, but they were old at the time, so it makes sense. That's why I was thinking it was still Red Foreman. Either way, yay. I guess. No, I was thinking main cast. No. Look, I'm not that bad. I'm bad, but I'm not that bad. That's a lot of jumps and that's a lot of jumps. You say so. In this scenario, I'm not that bad. Usually I am. Is that better? Also, it seems we're finally back to normal numbers on YouTube. No more 40s and 50s. We're back to normal. Yeah. Also, look at that. Look, nice tabs here. Okay, let's go back to you. And we got one more animation to do. Which is drawing of a circle on the ground. Or like it's gonna be like a hands like wipe type thing is what I'm imagining. Basically, I want it like he's drawing like a magic circle or something. And like stone's gonna appear from the ground. Save as. It's not really a circle, but I'm going to call it draw circle. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So, well, here's what we're imagining. We're imagining at first an idle pose. And then I imagine he's gonna swap to 12 frames a second. I remember this time. Lean down on one knee. You know what it reminds me of? Hold on. Where's the Warcraft 3 Draenei cinematic? It's not Draenei, it's the shit, what was it? It's the one where he like crush Reign of Chaos Cinematic 5. Yeah, it was this one. I don't know, I just remember this one. Freaking Warcraft 3 is so good. I don't know why. I'm remembering this because of crush. Oh, I guess he hugs it more, so he doesn't really draw over it. I thought, oh, it just leaves a handprint. What does that mean, dual operator? So do I need to be concerned? Do I need to look that up? I'm doing all right in general. IK is funny. He's really gonna need to lean down, huh? If I want him to reach the ground, I should be able to do it. I turn this even more. We can do this. In fact, we bring some up again. All right, something like this, and then swoosh. It's gonna move his arm, twist his body. Not worrying about that arm just yet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can have him get up. Something along those lines. That's basically what I was imagining. Obviously, not literally this, but let's go ahead and fix up this arm. Okay. They're going to call one inverse kinematics. The other should be called forward kinematics. Should not be called forward kinematics, but simply kinematics.
Running ads. Stream frozen like my brain when the collision preset is rung for the 47th time.
Or we just rename inverse kinematics to reverse kinematics. So it'll be forward and reverse like a car. Because I agree with your logic. I agree. You don't need the forward. That's already implied because one of them is inverse. Why didn't it send the message in YouTube chat? Is YouTube chat still working? Or did it break? Did YouTube chat break from that fantastic kinematics joke? Oh no, it's still there. It's working. Oh, I see it here. I don't see it on my. I guess for me it's here. On my side, I only see the Twitch. Oh no, I do see both of them. I just look, guys. I'm tired. They are both there. I'm just. I am clearly tired. Man. Well, it's 8:34, you know. Lights are on. So on the chat, what it took forever to show on screen? You might be. It could be either delay or you're not on live. Because if it doesn't show live with a red circle, then you're not the latest time. Because YouTube likes to do that. When it buffers, it just instead makes you not be on live instead of buffering for you. Because it'll just drop a little bit of basically time somehow. I don't understand how it works or why it happens, but it does that. Okay, let's do one of these and let's see how terrible this is going to look. Yeah, I mean, we expected that. Let's make this faster, first of all. Okay, I think I still want faster. I think this is fine. I think this part still needs to be faster. Maybe not. Yeah, on YouTube the delay is longer than on Twitch, but you get 1440p higher quality. If that's not something interesting to you, like the higher quality, then Twitch will have this lower delay and the better emotes. I think what I want really is a little bit of a delay here. Maybe skip the middle frame so the hit is just understood. He's not hitting here. He's drawing. So the idea is he kind of draws in the sand in a sense, and things from the ground are gonna pop up somewhere else. It's like casting like a magic. He's touching the ground and doing something to it for something else to appear somewhere else. It's like a spell but so it needs to be I think I think he's getting up too fast. Nice hip thrust. Let me actually these. So the foot doesn't move at all. Is that not how everyone else casts spells? No, you got a point there. You got a point there. You know, I think you're pretty accurate on that. That's already better. You know, make it a little bit faster for a pull-up. Or slower, I mean. See, that's already better. I feel like. I think we need to do a little frame here just so we can lift this foot a little bit. You had a female of the species do that to you once. Immediately you knew she was a witch casting a spell on your junk. I mean, of course, why else would they do that? We're getting a solar eclipse in Europe today. It'd be more impressive if there was a solar eclipse happening here today. Considering the sun has already gone down. See, that would be impressive. What you're describing, I mean, the sun's already up in the air. It's just... Now, if you somehow manage to go up there in the next, you know, like 3 hours of the day, I mean, that would be impressive. Come out as sarcastic spells. Be careful, don't look at the sun. And I need to also do the fingers here. Not much, but he needs to have a little bit. We'll do with this arm first. Here's what I'm gonna do. Come here. Grab. Nice. Copy. Paste. And then I'm going to paste it here. And here. Why does everyone always close the hand slightly? Go the other way and hyperextend the fingers. Now that's magical. Like a hip thrust. There are people that can really like curve their fingers back. Like I've seen some like real like curved fingers back. It always looks so trippy, and it's always the people that have like really thin slender fingers that can do that. You just really just curve them back. It looks creepy as hell. Here, I'll angle them back for you. We'll go ahead and do that here. Just a little, you know, just a little. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I helped. Good job. It's fine. He's supposed to. You're not gonna notice it, but yeah. But you're right. I should do this. Technically, I should. What's going on here? This I don't like. I don't like his hand closing here and then opening here. His hand. That we don't like. That we don't like. So we could do this. I think I should have it open earlier though. And maybe not close here. It should be closed here. And here. He moves back, it should close. But when he moves forward, it should open. Makes more sense for it to open. He moves forward here. And I just need to modify the fingers just slightly here, so it doesn't look like it's stiff. Should his head pop off? I mean, it's not rigged for that. It's not set up for that. So unfortunately, we cannot have his head pop off. Maybe down the line. You know what's sad? The actual sad part about working on this is that I know eventually he's going to get replaced entirely. Yeah, that little bit of movement, right? It just makes it feel not stiff. Which, considering I'm trying to do sprite animations, is not the right thing to do, but fuck it. There you go. I wonder how it is to animate a non-bipedal in here. Like, could you do like an alien? Like, one of the actual like first things I ever imagined for an enemy that I still want to do is a beholder type enemy. You guys don't know D&D. This is a beholder, but I want one with like a lot of heads and faces, and like almost like more eyes and stuff, and then it needs to make it look like in 2D, like the arms extend into nothing, and then they appear out of the ground as 2D sprites to like for attacks. And that's like one of the things I imagined like very early on that I don't have a means of making it, because I would need to create the 3D model somehow, then animate and rig it, and then don't have the time. Not on my thing. But that's like a boss that I want. I want like a multi-face abomination of a sphere that also has like things growing out of it to make it like look extra creepy, and then it's one of the attacks just he goes in all directions and they come out of the ground. Or from the sky, but I imagine from the ground. When the hand opens slightly at the end, it looks like the release of magic. Like the second when the rocks pop out on the ground. Yeah, I can see that. No, it is not the worst thing in the world. Grab the sprites of the brain guy from Duke 3D. The sprites. Brain guy from Duke 3D. Brain guy. Not quite. Not quite. Also, that looks weird as hell. I could try to ask an AI to generate what I'm describing, see if it gives me something. Oh, I'm gonna ask Grok to generate it. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to generate it. Okay. And generate images with temporary chat. Fine. You're out of image. I just tried to do one image. I tried to do one image. It's been a few days since I tried the last one on ChatGPT. It's like, no, fuck you. Oh, you know what? Grok gave it to me. See, Grok. You know, something along these lines. Well, I'm gonna ask it to change. Let's see if we can change the style. Anyway, I think we're good enough here. Let's go ahead and save. And export. Boink. Yep, he's floating as always. Look at that. Yeah, there was a point when I was able to, inside of Google's AI one, because I tried that at one point, I was able to generate like dozens and dozens and dozens of images. And the next time I tried, I got almost nothing. I think it's like, maybe it was part of the account, and then it was like accumulating how many you can make. And then you got through all the ones you could, like, you can do. And so then the actual like limit started. That's my only guess. Okay, well, we need to fix this as well. So let's do export this. Save, export. This is the final animation, though. Thank goodness. Close you. Close you. Let's go here. Same as. You don't make images lost because you don't really like them. He was doing it all day. I've had that happen just with Gemini or whatever the Google was, when I was trying it out. So I've had it happen. So I know it's possible. You import. Okay, well, it doesn't want to do it anymore. I tried to get it to do like an anime style. The best it can do is this. So, but basically, I want this as a boss in my game. It would not be easy to make. Let's go and try to do this. I'll start with putting him on the ground. Okay, or not. Oh, I guess I need to do this instead. Jesus Christ. That's so bad. That's so bad. Oh. Ah. I have to like offset this mess. Don't you love matching those frames? Oh yeah. I've been waiting to do this since the last time I did this. I was having such a blast. I was like, man, why don't I do this like more often? So you can reuse some of this. Okay, well, time to stop being able to reuse it. I mean, it's not perfect, but if you're lucky, you will notice a jitter after importing it back. Well, the thing is, I don't need to import it back, right? You just render out the sprites. So, in that regard, I can get away with a lot more. Well, that's not bad. All things considered, considering I try to line that up myself, frame by frame, I mean, that's not bad. I'll take that. You know, honestly, I'll take that. Okay. So height, we're fine. So let's go ahead and increase here. That's the furthest one. Okay. Okay, do we need to go even more? Not there. I imagine that is the widest area. Yeah. Okay. That's what we need. Yeah, I do a directional. It basically a directional works as a good number because of keyboard, right? You have 4 buttons and you can press 2 buttons to get in betweens of the 4 directions. So you can, on a keyboard you can do 8 directions. So that's why I have I went with 8 directional sprites, because you can move, right? You can obviously move in between the directions. It just, you don't get the sprites for them. Like if you're using a controller. Draw a circle and go. And done. Next part. When you were a child, you had left and right. And that is how we liked it. Now that you're an adult, you are smart enough to understand in more directions. The reason you only had left and right as a child is because they thought we were too stupid to understand any more directions. But now I understand that you're not that stupid, and that's why I'm giving you 8. To really show off your vast intelligence. Right, was just left reverse. Exactly. Or really, as it's commonly called, inverse right. Or sorry, inverse left. Bringing it back to our previous conversation. 22. That's actually a convenient number. It was until it got here. Oh, yeah, I guess still. It was convenient at the start. Yeah, so got it right. $10 years ago, you were an idiot. You are now also. It will just take you 10 years to realize it. That's what you have learned anyway. I mean, that is accurate. I am an idiot still. Can confirm. I'm a bigger idiot, one might argue. In fact, I would argue I'm a bigger idiot. Because when I was a kid, I was much smaller. Now I'm physically bigger. So that means I'm a bigger idiot. I'm pretty sure I'm technically right on that. Look, the main thing is this idiot is making a game. And if an idiot can make a game, you can make a game. It can be done. Just look at all the mistakes I make and realize that you're smarter than me and go make a game. That's how that works. You're all no. No. That can't be right. The world only needs one idiot. I volunteer to be that idiot. That's okay. We don't need any more. Thank you. So by that logic, I'm the only idiot. Draw a circle, last thing. That's almost done. I might need one more animation, we'll see. I don't want to do a leap thing, but we'll see one in testing. Yeah, there it is. Ta-da! What are your thoughts on game dev jams, collaborative online projects for U5 dev beginner like me? Do it. They're great to learn with. Even if you don't do with someone else. My game started as a game jam game. I had a grand idea that I knew I couldn't execute inside of a game jam. I scaled it down to just see if I could make even remotely something along those lines, realized that, oh yeah, I can, which means I can make a game. And then I just went from there. So absolutely. Go nuts. Do it. You'll be amazed at yourself being able to make a game much, like, super quick. Just don't expect it to be like a full-fledged game. Just make it like a prototype type game. Yeah, usually the smartest people of one field are stupid in another, because that's how you get smart in one thing, right? The more focused you become, the worse you are at everything else, right? And that's true pretty much for everything. Like, the best animators in the world tend to be just animators. The best X in the world tend to be the best at that X. And, like, if you ask them about some random topic or some random other thing, they're gonna be like, right? You sure known websites that post game jam events? Oh, I have no idea. I think Itch.io has them. I think. I don't know. I've only ever done 2 game jams ever in my life. And this game is from the second one. And the first one was many years before before this one. So yeah, sorry. But if you search on it, you should be able to find game jams. Game jam websites. Unless someone in chat knows. But we're done. We're done making animations. Thank goodness. Tomorrow, we'll be able to actually do non-animations. Do you recommend Lumen on or off performance-wise? I mean, if we're talking pure performance, then off is more performant. But off also looks considerably worse. Like considerably worse. It depends on the kind of game, what you want to make. There's a lot of other factors than just performance that you should consider. A lot of factors that you should consider that are not performance. Oh, I don't know how to communicate with others either. Let's go, Nick. If you think I can communicate with people, oh no, I have no sense of anything in a conversation. I don't know. There's the videos of like there's videos of like a girl trying to flirt for the guy and the guy being oblivious, right? That's like a common thing. I'm like that, but it's not just with that. It's just about anything. For me, I can't read people at all, pretty much. So, yeah, my communication skills aren't great. Because I can't read people for shit. It's okay. Look, there's not a single normal streamer, okay? I'm pretty sure. I think you need to have a screw loose to be a streamer. So, it's okay. At least that's why I tell myself to make myself feel better. Yeah, that helps probably, Skronik. I haven't tried yet, so... Yeah. I took a one biology class in high school. And I think the one day we were gonna be dissecting a squid I wasn't there. I don't remember why. But I got called out for some reason. But the class made calamari. They dissected the squids and made calamari, and I wasn't there for it, and I was sad. Yeah, we never dissected frogs. We never went that far in high school. Yep. Anyway, it's been fun, guys. The animations are done. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and start actually working on like the movement and figuring out everything else that needs to go into actually making an actual boss. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific as always. Have a good night, guys. Bye bye.